Now, before you dive into this video, make sure the sun is shining outside your window and you're not going to sleep. You're going to learn about a creepy phenomenon that people from all over the world have experienced, so it's not just another urban legend. It's the shadowy figure of a man wearing a round hat, just staring at you from the corner of a dark room. The name of this eerie figure is the Hatman. So, what does he want? Why does he show up? And when exactly is he? On the internet, there are tons of sinister videos that can damage the human psyche, like those about secret organizations hiding real monsters. Boo! All of those are nothing more than urban myths, as there's no tangible evidence supporting them. But the story of the Hatman is completely different. Loads of people from all over the world have reported seeing this shadowy man in a hat, and they've even provided proof. Well, sort of. People who found themselves in this weird situation mentioned that the person was just standing there, completely still, and the darkness in the room made it impossible to see his face. It looked like he was wearing a hat or something similar. Those who saw him said they were completely freaked out and wanted to move, but somehow they couldn't even manage to turn their head away. So, let's sum up what we've got for now. No one has seen the Hatman's face, as he looks more like a shadow than a real person. No one has heard his voice either. He just stays silent and watches. You can't see his eyes, but you can feel him staring at you. But the most terrible thing is that most often, the meeting occurs during sleep paralysis. That is, at a time when your brain is awake, but your body can't move. This phenomenon of sleep paralysis relates to a sleep phase called REM, rapid eye movement. Your brain sees the most vivid dreams during this phase, and your eyes move in different directions under your eyelids, as if you're watching a movie. During this time, your body goes through a state of muscle atonia, which is a temporary phase of paralysis that prevents you from tossing and turning in your sleep. When REM ends, muscle atonia finishes too, and you wake up. But sometimes something goes wrong, and the system fails. You've already finished watching vivid dreams, and you're waking up, but your body remains frozen in the state of atonia. You can't move, but your brain is awake. And at this moment, you can experience realistic hallucinations. And this is exactly what blurs the line between reality and a dream. You see strange silhouettes and hear creepy sounds or footsteps. Sometimes you can feel physically as if someone is touching you. Pictures from the dream world overlap with the real one, and most often make you feel horror. The inability to move only worsens the situation. And for some reason, the man in the hat has become a common hallucination for many people who have never seen each other. Most often, they report he's just standing there in the corner of the room, silent and not trying to touch. Now, why do many people experience sleep paralysis? Scientists don't know the exact reason, but there are assumptions. You stay up late and your body is exhausted because of lack of sleep. Or you take some medications or play video games until nightfall. Perhaps you're having a rough patch full of severe stress. All of these factors contribute to sleep disorders and can cause paralysis. Now, interestingly, in the past, people called sleep paralysis old hag syndrome. Back then, instead of the Hatman, an old witch would crawl out from under your bed during paralysis, sit on your chest, and strangle you. That's why many people were afraid to sleep on their backs. Even today, some people experience similar hallucinations. Since ancient times, during paralysis, people saw evil goblins, some kind of monsters, or visitors from other planets. Probably every such hallucination is modified by the culture and the epoch when it occurs. Today, in the era of the internet, the face of sleep paralysis is the Hatman. People first started talking about him around 2001. A guy named Timothy M. Brown Jr. saw the Hatman one day and found out that other people had met him too. That's why he created the Hatman Project, a special website where anyone could share their stories about personal meetings with the mysterious man. There, you can still write your own story and read those of others. Of course, many people consider stories about the Hatman to be fiction or an internet meme. But when strangers tell one another the same details about this creature's appearance, how can you explain such a coincidence? Some believe the Hatman is not a hallucination, but a mystical being called the Shadow Person. It's a creature from another world that appears on the periphery of human vision. This is a guest who wanders between our world and the world of shadows. He's considered evil, but some see him as a guardian figure. Perhaps he's not alone. He and his kind might be creatures from another planet. And someone thinks that they're genies. They're not like us at all. So they study our appearance to look like humans. They may wear those hats to hide the strange shape of their head, which doesn't look like a human's. No one knows under what conditions the Hatman can come to your room, but many people have noticed that before meeting him, they drank coffee. It seems quite logical, because when a person drinks coffee and goes to sleep after that, they may have problems with sleep. As a result, sleep paralysis might occur, together with the Hatman. But why is the Hatman such a common phenomenon? Timothy M. Brown Jr. created the project that influenced the minds of many people. The image of a man in a hat has rooted itself in the minds of numerous people, like the image of Frankenstein, Count Dracula, or a sinister clown. Yuck. People just started thinking about the mysterious man, and at some point, their thoughts and fears became too real. You wake up and you can't move. You feel that there's someone in the room. You read a lot of stories about the Hatman the day before, so your brain projects its image onto your hallucination. It sounds quite logical, but then one question arises. Before the Hatman project appeared, there were some people who didn't know one another and still saw the creepy figure. What could have provoked the appearance of this creature? Now, you've just listened to a pretty creepy story, and now you're going to bed? Let's move on to the final part of the video, which is called Relax. You need to remember that the Hatman cannot harm you. He just stands there, looks, and then disappears. Sleep paralysis passes, and you fall back asleep or get out of bed to drink water. But yeah, it still doesn't sound very reassuring. Even if the Hatman doesn't hurt you, and you know it's a hallucination, it's still scary and stressful to see him. So here's some advice on how to deal with sleep paralysis and the Hatman. During sleep paralysis, you can only move one part of your body, your eyes. But why would you open them? Do you really want to see something terrible? Keep your eyes closed, and visual hallucinations won't scare you. But what about those sound effects? Just play a cheerful song in your head at full volume, such as Jingle Bells, or try to remember some joke. Just imagine, the Hatman or some evil witch has come to scare you, but you don't even want to look at them and just listen to Jingle Bells. All the horror disappears. The whole situation becomes funny. Scary monsters can't affect you when your eyes are closed and you listen to lively music in your head. Don't take the situation seriously and imagine all these fears as something insignificant. So, you got it? Good. Sweet dreams, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oops, forget I said that. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.